Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Ungrownups video transmission. I'm Mark, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Walking Dead Series 2 Well Zombie by McFarlane Toys. Now, I have to say this is probably the last Walking Dead video I'm going to be doing for a while because I'm not going to be getting Bicycle Girl. I know I said that about Shane, but then I went back and got him, but I promise you I'm not going to be getting Bicycle Girl. So this will be the last one for a while, I think until March when Series 3 comes out. As you can see, I picked this one up at GameStop. It's got the taller, more slender package, and as always, here's the little bit of information you get on the back. It's not a whole lot. It's very slender, very streamlined packaging, and as you know, that's what I like. So, quick look at the package. We're going to go ahead and get this guy open and out of it, and let's check him out. Okay, now that we've got Well Zombie open and out of its package, I just want to say this guy looks really, really, really good, and I have the camera sort of like tilted down a little bit, so you can see the figure would actually stand a little more even like that. And I think by tilting down, you can actually see the crack in his belly a little more. I think it's a little more pronounced. Looking straight on, it's not as bad, but he actually fits together a lot nicer than I thought he would. I thought it was going to be a big gaping sort of crack all the way around him, and it's very pronounced right there. It's about as tight as I can get it. All the way around. So I thought it was going to be a lot more. Luckily, right here in the front, it's a little more flush. So, but I got to tell you, he looks great. I mean, and for him not to have a lot of articulation in his legs, I mean, there are, as you can see, like cut joints at the tops of his thighs. His feet, there's no articulation in his feet, but he does get a pretty good range of motion in his arms. And as you can see, there are ratchet joints at both the wrist and at the elbow on both arms, so you really do get a good range of motion. I saw one review online where somebody said, "Oh, his hands only go side to side," and I was like, "Well, yeah, you can rotate them, so you do get that going on." But anyway, for people who are maybe not familiar with the show, which if you're not, I'm not sure why you're watching this video, but if you're not, Well Zombie gets his name from, well, the zombie that was trapped in a well. In Season 2, spoiler alert, the survivors find themselves holed up on Herschel's farm, and in attempts to sort of free this zombie so that they could use the drinking water in the well, they sent Glenn down on a rope, which is right back here, and they sent him down and sort of like lassoed around the zombie. They sort of had lured him away from Glenn by sending down some meat, which you can see here. It's a really detailed piece of meat, flesh, whatever. It looks like a canned ham. I'm not sure if that's what they sent down, but you can see all the little ropes and hooks and things. So this was sort of like the lure for the zombie, and they were going to sort of lure him away from Glenn while Glenn tried to get this rope on him, which he did. Almost cost Glenn his life, and they were able to get the zombie all the way up to the lip of the well when he got hung, and well, they pulled him apart, and his bottom half goes falling down in the bottom of the well, thus rendering the water completely useless. So that's where he comes from. Now, people are wondering what this little piece here is that comes loose in the package. Why this comes loose and this one doesn't, I'm not sure. But this is actually his lower intestines. They just kind of plug in. You can kind of hear how they kind of pop in there. They don't stay in very tight, but they do kind of hang up, point upwards. You can actually sort of weave these two together and put him back together, but I think it's just one more. No, he kind of plugs right back together. I thought it would kind of push him up a little bit. I guess it doesn't. It kind of stays in there pretty tight. Those are just his lower intestines, so that when you do, pull him apart, he came with them. They don't stay down in there very well. They should be glued in, just like these are. These are not removable. I'm not sure why. Let's see if we can get a good view of this. Why these are fixed in while the other ones are not. Oh, sorry, you're getting a crazy glare there. But anyway, there's his upper intestines, and you can see that on the side, kind of hidden, is a little peg there, and a little peg. See it right there, kind of looks like fleshy bits. Those actually plug in to, there you go, it's a little bit better. They actually plug in to little holes that I'm not sure are going to be visible because this is really dark in here. But there's a little hole both there and here on this side as well. Let's see if you can see that. Sorry, it's really dark down in there. It's really hard to see. But that helps well zombies stay stuck together. So he does come, like I said, with the rope that's latched around him. It's at first I thought it was like an actual real piece of rope, but I actually think it's just kind of sculpted in some very soft plastic. But it does have some nice detail to it, and he is sort of like tied around. You can see how the rope kind of goes under his zombie man boobs. So all in all, a very, very nice zombie. Like I said, I really think that the zombies in Series 2 are a marked improvement over the zombies that we got in Series 1. So, just going to show you how he kind of stacks up with the other survivors. Let's put him down in his I really want that ham pose. Like he's really kind of going after the ham. Let's get his lower half out of the way. Here's Shane about to handle him. Oh, complete foul over here off camera. Here we go. We've got Rick about ready to help do him in. If we can get Rick to stand up. I hate trying to stand up figures on camera. It's like they know they're on camera. There we go. And for giggles, not the best figure, but definitely my favorite character on the show, Daryl. There they are. All about about to give Well Zombie the what for. So there you have it. Well Zombie's really cool. He rounds out the completion of the other zombies in Series 2. Like I said, I'm not going to be reviewing Bicycle Girl. I just not hung up on that gimmick. I think it's a little weak. So that's going to do it for this review. Always, and we're going to ask that if you dig the review, please give us a like or leave us a comment or subscribe to our channel. And remember that you can always check out the Ungrownups podcast every 2 weeks on Ungrownups.com or just look up Ungrownups on iTunes. So thank you very much, and we'll see you later.